so let's start. Good morning to all. Let's start this last topic of your first module, which is technography. I hope you have already seen this topic in your multimedia system subject. If I am not wrong, kindly let me know if you know the basics of steganography, at least the basics. What exactly is steganography, or else I can refresh it once again. Do let me know. Then, according to it, I will be directing my lecture. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. What about others? Any basic idea about steganography? Okay, I will revise. Don't worry. But at least if you are having any knowledge about steganography, kindly let me know about that. Something about digital signatures. Okay. Okay. Close enough. Hide data. Fine. Hiding secret data. Okay. Nice. Basically, if you remember, in the very first lecture, I had told you that there are two concepts. First is cryptography, and the other is steganography. If you recollect, if you remember, first is crypto, and the other is stego. So basically, what happens is cryptography is all about encrypting the data, that is making the data totally unreadable. Whereas steganography is all about hiding the data, right? What is the significance? What are the basic difference between stego and crypto? Now you only tell me. Crypto is basically making the data completely unreadable by encrypting it or enciphering it, whereas steganography is all about hiding the data. What is the difference? Why do we do it? Can anyone let me know? In cryptography, we basically encrypt the data, we make it unreadable, right? So what we can say is it is basically encrypting, and in stego or steganography, it is basically hiding or covering the data. So any idea what is the basic significance? Why do we have these two different concepts, one for encrypting and the other for hiding? What are their goals? What are their defined objectives? Dhruv has written practice of concealing a message within another message. Yeah, that is steganography. But what is the significance? That is what I'm asking. Why do we hide the data where there is already a mechanism called as cryptography, which we can use to encrypt our data? Then what is the need of steganography? Do they complement each other? Cryptography is not used to hide confidential data. Harsh, your answer is wrong. You are saying that it is used to hide confidential data. No, cryptography is exactly opposite. Cryptography is used to encrypt the data to make it unreadable. Whereas what you have written stands for steganography. Steganography is used to hide the data or hide the confidential data. Harsh Chauhan has written a perfect answer in order to make it normal and not look suspicious. Correct. What happens is in the case of cryptography, you are basically converting a plain text into some unreadable text. Obviously, if you it's human tendency. If you see any text which is jumbled up or which is scrambled up, you get the idea that some hidden text might be present in that case. So, for example, if you see any paragraph on the internet which, according to you, might be encrypted, let me show you an example. For example, this piece over here. As you can see, the very first thing that comes in your mind is this is encrypted. That means it might be having some secret information hidden inside it, or some secret information which has been converted into this encrypted format, right? So that is the very first thing. It makes the entire thing suspicious, or it makes the entire communication fishy. So it becomes quite obvious that whatever data is being sent, it might be of some crucial importance, or it might be some important data which needs to be protected, right? So just to make it non-obvious, we opt for the second method, which is steganography. Am I clear? What cryptography does is cryptography makes it obvious to the receiver or even to the attacker who is trying to get hold of that data that some information is being transferred using this channel. So just to make it non-obvious, we opt for the second method, which is what we call as steganography. What happens in the case of steganography is instead of encrypting the data directly, we are hiding the data, that is, we are hiding the plain text behind any carrier medium. Now, this carrier medium could be anything. It could be an image, it could be audio, video, any multimedia object, any multimedia file. Why so? Because at the end, every multimedia format is basically in terms of binary only, zeros and ones. Ultimately, whatever be the format, it ends up being a binary value only. Yes or no? Every digital object, every digital file is nothing but in terms of zeros and ones at the end. So what happens is you can convert any image, any text, any audio in form of zeros and ones, and then use the parameters or use the properties of that file to hide something inside it. I will show you what exactly I'm talking about. Right, as Rohan has mentioned, we can hide data and image. Yeah, the data could be anything. You can even hide text inside an image. You can even hide image inside an image. You can do n number of things like that. I will show you a quick demo towards the end of this concept also. Am I clear with this so far? Kindly let me know. Kindly give your acknowledgement. Basically, the art of hiding something behind a carrier image just to make it non-obvious to the receiver that something is being sent or something is being shared. That is what we call in simple terms as steganography. Right? So let me show you the definition. Basically, steganography conceals the existence of a message, whereas the difference between cryptography is cryptography renders the message unintelligible. So it simply means cryptography makes the message unreadable to the outsiders by various transformations. We have already seen some of the transformations in the previous few topics. Right. So this is just one of the example how it looks in the case of cryptography, whereas in the case of steganography, we make use of some spatial properties of the carrier medium. Now, you might be aware of that the images could be either 8-bit or 24-bit. I'm just focusing on the 24-bit images, right? For example, take BMP images, bitmap. It consists of 24 bits, where we are having three different channels for R, G, and B. Am I clear? These are just basics I'm talking about. RGB colors you might be aware of, right? You must have studied also. So 24 bits of pixels, basically 24 bits of data are used to define a single pixel of an image. Am I correct? Am I making any sense? I am just considering one of the formats of images. You are all aware of BMP. So in the case of BMP, it makes use of 24 bits to just define a single pixel. Yes. And if we proceed with changing only the LSB bit of that particular image, does it make any huge difference? I don't think so. Because if 24 bits are used for a particular pixel, and if I just change the last bit, I'm talking about the least significant bit over here, that is the LSB bit. If I invert a 0 to 1 or a 1 to 0, it doesn't make a huge difference in the color of that pixel. Slightly there might be variations in contrast, or slightly there might be variations in the brightness, but that won't be that huge. Am I making any sense over here? Kindly let me know. I'm just giving an example. Suppose there are 24 bits used to represent a single pixel, and I'm not changing the MSB. I am simply changing the least significant bit of that pixel from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, vice versa. I hope that doesn't make a huge difference in the color of the image, right? It if I'm defining a grayish color, it will be a tint of gray only. It will not change from gray to green or gray to blue. It will remain gray only with a slight modification in the properties of the color, right? Yeah, changing the shade, light change in the shade. That's it. It will remain gray only, or it will remain black only in that particular sense, right? So what we can do is, instead of making huge changes, what we can do is we can hide our text. For example, if I want to share a text file inside an image, I will first convert my text file into binary, right? And then I will select 24 bits or 8 bits, whatever you want, depending upon the format of the carrier. You can send the first 8 bits by replacing the original 8 bits of the image. Am I making sense? So if I'm considering one pixel at a time, I can change the properties of that one pixel by changing the original bits of the LSBs with the bits of the plain text. Am I clear? Am I making sense? So this is just one of the technique of performing steganography. I will just show you an image. Just have a look at this image. On the left hand side, there is the original image, and on the right hand side, there is the hidden data. I will show you with a demo towards the end. I hope you can't make any difference in these two images, make out any difference. both of them look exactly same, or you can say both of them look exactly similar. Yes or no? Although there are changes, although the image on the right hand side consists of some hidden data, I will show you what exactly I'm talking about, and it consists of a huge amount of hidden data, but still it is not visible apparently. Am I clear? Yes or no? Both the images look strikingly similar. Yes. In fact, the text written on top also looks exactly same. Although the image on the left is the original image and the image on the right is the stego image. Fine. Now, what happens is you must have heard that if I add some data into the text, it will increase the size of the text. It will increase the size of the image. Yes or no? This could be one of the drawbacks of steganography. Yes or no? Suppose I'm hiding an audio file inside an image file. It will eventually end up the size of that particular image. Yes or no? Obviously, because audio files are huge in size and image files are smaller in size. So it is one of the drawbacks of steganography. But if we hide an image inside an image and carefully planning out the changes, for example, just now I gave an example that replace the LSB bit. So if I'm replacing the LSB bit, I'm not adding anything extra into the image. I'm simply replacing whatever is present with something else. So if I plan out my attack properly, if I plan out my steganography properly, then I can easily keep the size of the image same without making any changes to the size. I can hide my data. Am I clear? So these are just the basic properties of steganography. I will quickly show you some examples. Kindly let me know if you got the concepts so far. B division, kindly let me know I'm not getting answers from your side. Okay. So the entire thing, whatever I had explained so far, it is written over here. You can simply refer the notes I will provide at the end of the lecture. So in this case, let's assume that we are working with 8-bit files. Okay. Just take this example. Now, suppose we want to hide the following 9 bits of data. Suppose I'm working on 9 bits of data. My plain text is of 9 bits. Okay. And I want to hide these 9 bits inside the image or whatever is present. So I'm changing the pixels in this order. Just have a look. The hidden data is usually compressed prior to being hidden. 1011 01101. This is my plain text. And I am sorry, this is my this is my plain text which I want to hide inside an image. The pixels in blue shade are nothing but your image pixels. Okay. So what I'm doing is these are nothing but 8 pixels. You can say these are, 9 pixels of the image. The first 9 pixels of the image. And I'm converting these 9 pixels of the image to somewhat like this. Am I clear? Just have a look. So what I'm doing is I'm simply converting the least significant bit of each of the pixels by my plain text. Now there are chances that whatever pixel I want to replace, it is exactly the same. As you can see, the first pixel over here is 1 and the first LSB bit is also 1. So there won't be any change. The second pixel is 0. Over here, the second pixel is 1. So there will be the change highlighted. Am I clear? Similarly, the third pixel is 1 and over here again it is 1. So there is no need of any change. Fourth pixel is 1, but in the original image there was 0. So we changed it to 1. So this is my second change. And so on, if we proceed, we'll end up having approximately 50% changes. This is according to statistics. Okay, this might change obviously, but roughly there is a change of 50% in the bits. So if there are 9 bits in total that are replaced and we are only replacing the least significant bit, so there won't be any significant change in the image that is the resultant image. Am I clear? This is just an example I've shown to you. Kindly let me know if this is clear or not. Yeah, Jimit, basically only the last, or we can say the first pixel from the right, that is your least significant bit is changed. Everything else remains the same. I am simply changing 1 bit per pixel. So if I'm having 9 bits as my plain text, I need to consider 9 pixels of that image. And out of all those 9 pixels, I will change only the least significant bit of each pixel respectively. Is it clear now? Fine. Okay. Thank you. So let me proceed ahead. We still have 15 minutes left. Okay. So this is just an example. As you can see, I will show you with the exact same thing over here. Uh, if you drag the hidden image in this software, this is nothing but a free open source software which is called as S Tools. I will share the link with you. So if you simply drag that image, whatever you feel is might be having a hidden text inside it, you simply drag it onto the interface and right click and press the button reveal, and it will reveal whatever is hidden inside it. Right. So let me show you an example of various ways in which steganography is performed. Just have a look. Over here, what is happening? This is a simple looking plain text being sent from one place to other place. Now, what happens is you can simply say that the first letter or the first character of each of the words can be considered and written like this. Just have a look like this. This is just another way of carrying out text-based steganography. We are not using any carrier medium. It's simply based upon some understanding between the sender and the receiver. The sender has to obviously convey to the receiver that I am going to use this sort of a mechanism where you have to consider the first character of each and every letter and then try to find out some meaningful sentence out of it. So as you can see, if I consider the first letter of each and every word, it will give me something like this, and obviously I need to then use my imagination and add some spaces in between. So this is nothing but like a message sent during or before a war that Pershing sails from New York June 1. This is a war message. Pershing might be a ship, name of the ship, so it sails from New York June 1. So this is nothing but a hidden message that is making no sense to the receiver if the receiver is not having the key. In this case, the key is nothing but the first character of each and every word. Am I making sense? Let me know. This is nothing but an example of text-based steganography. Yes, B division, A division, fine. So there is one more way in which we can carry out text-based steganography. There are multiple ways. If you read the books in our syllabus, it has not mentioned about the various types of steganography. They have just mentioned the topic as steganography. So it's entirely up to you. If you want to do some research, you can add n number of examples in your exam. Also, it doesn't matter. So basically, text-based steganography. Basically, steganography is like this: you need a carrier medium, you need an object which you want to hide, and afterwards, that particular object will lead to a stego image or stego medium. Right? Fine. So let's see what happens over here. Fine. The next type is a template-based steganography. Now, what exactly is a template-based steganography? Again, you are sending some text or a paragraph to the receiver. Now, just imagine that you are writing the. Sorry. Just imagine that you are having a piece of paper like a template. Okay, this is a piece of paper in which you have marked some holes or squares, boxes, whatever in between. You have to share this template to your friend or to the receiver. The receiver also needs to have the same template with him or her. Now, what you're doing is you are writing some meaningful words in between those templates. For example, meaningful words or meaningful characters, whatever you wish, you can write them. For example, help. Just an example I'm giving. Help me. I am in danger, or whatever it is. Right. So you can write something inside those boxes and then lift the template. Okay, so what I'm saying is keep a piece of paper and keep the template on top of it and start writing your secret message using that template. And then lift your template up and then write whatever dummy data or any meaningful sentence so that it doesn't make it obvious that I'm sending a hidden message inside those. Am I clear? And what happens is whenever the receiver receives this message, the receiver will basically be receiving a long piece of text, as you can see over here, and he or she simply needs to place the template on top of it, and as a result, he will be able to decrypt it easily. So this is again a very innovative kind of an approach people used to apply in the previous times. It is not technical, it is not high tech, we can say, but at the end it did its work efficiently. The only thing is the people involved in this need to have that particular template with them. Am I clear? Any doubts, any confusions with these? Kindly let me know. Yes, Ricky, that is what happens in the real life. We have to use steganography and cryptography together only. I will tell you. Deep has asked a question. So a template in order to trace out. Correct. So basically, this the template example I have given is basically one of the methods in which both the sender and the receiver must have the same template. So on top of the ciphertext, you simply place the template and read the characters sequentially. You will get back the meaningful sentence. For example, over here, the uh, ferry horse sank in Burlington. Find alternate transport. As you can see, this is nothing but the meaningful sentence that has come out of the ciphertext after applying the template on top of it. Right? The ciphertext is nothing but this one, and when we place a template on top of it, you will end up getting the final result. Obviously this is not according to scale, because if I change this, the template size change. So according to the same size, both the ciphertext and the template page should be of the same size, otherwise it won't make any sense. Fine. So these are some non-sophisticated methods which were used earlier, prior to the various technology advancements. Fine. So what I was saying is we can apply steganography and cryptography in tandem together. What happens is if you want to encrypt a particular message, let me show you what happens. Stego is basically, you can say that there is a cover image and there is a plain text. What you do is you hide the plain text inside the cover image and you can encrypt it with a key. So here what you are doing a combination of both steganography as well as cryptography. As I guess someone had asked just now. Yeah, Ricky had asked the same thing. So here what we are doing is we are using a cover image. I am in general talking about image. This could be an audio, video, etc. Any multimedia object, but the most common one is an image. So I can use a cover image, hide the text inside this cover image, and encrypt that using a key. So this will add up a layer of security to all the already existing steganography. Am I clear? So this is all about steganography. If you want, I can quickly give you a short demo of what I was talking about. Okay, let me switch back to my screen sharing. I hope you are able to see my screen now. Yes? Okay, fine. So what I was talking about is this is one particular software over here, S Tools. I will just open it and show it to you what exactly I was talking about. Now I have an image over here. For example, this zebras. What I will do is I will simply drag it and paste it over here. This looks cool. This doesn't seem like having any text hidden inside it. What happens is if I right click on this and press reveal, now I know the key. Obviously, you need to send your key to the receiver also. The entire concept remains the same. That is your applying steganography and encrypting it with any of the encryption mechanisms. Okay, and then sharing that particular encrypted stego image to the receiver. Now there are various encryption techniques available. They have used IDEA. We are going to learn it later in the second module, so don't worry about it. Simply select that. The passphrase which I have entered is ABC. Passphrase is nothing but the password, and then press OK. Once you press OK, you can see on top, it is very small, I guess, in size. You can see on top over here, there are these many text files hidden inside this particular image. You can imagine how many text files are there. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six text files are hidden inside that particular small image of size 2 MB, 2 MB, 2.25 MB. So if I right click on this and click save as, I already have that file over here. This is hamlet.txt. As you can see, there is a lot of text inside this many lines in a single file. In the same way, you can see there are n number of files present. If I do the same thing over here, let me save this, Julius Caesar. You can see the same thing, an entire story, I guess, entire novel in short form. It has been hidden inside this image. So this is the original image of the zebras, and this is the hidden image. Now I would like to ask you, if you see, I'm just switching between the images. There is a slight change in the brightness of the image, or you can say the contrast of the image. Yes or no? Right? This is the main difference. This is the basic difference that happens to the image if we apply steganography properly. If you compare the size of the images, there is no change in the size. It is 2305 KB. It is the encrypted one is also 2305 KB in size. Am I clear now? Kindly let me know. Yes or no? You got the understanding how this works? I will share the link with you. You can download this tool. It's very easily available. It's called as S Tools. You can Google it and find the answer. Find the tool. Fine. So if you want, let me show you how to encrypt this. Encrypt any other image. Okay, let me show you quickly how to encrypt any image. Okay, this is the tool. I have an image. Let me show you the image first. This is an image. Okay. Let me first drag it and place it over here. Then you need a text file or any other file which you want to hide. Let me click on this. Let me show you. This is my text which I want to hide. Okay. Again, simply drag it and place it on top of the image. Now give any password. For example, I will just stick to ABC. I won't change the algorithm. You can change the algorithm if you wish and press OK. Now this is done. Now what happens is you need to go to, again, click on right click, basically right click and save as and save the image. Don't change the extension. Keep it same because the original image and this image has to be of same extension. Otherwise, people might end up making guesses that it might have changed during the transit. Okay. So let me save it on desktop only, hidden.bmp and press save. Now close this, open this. It is exactly the same image without any changes. As you can see, I had a very small piece of text, only a single line, so it is not making any change to the image visually, right? So this is the text. Now let me quickly show you how to retrieve it back, the hidden text. So simply drag the hidden image on top of it, right click, reveal, enter the passphrase, verify the passphrase, press OK. And as you can see, hello.txt. If I save it again, let me save it in some other location. For example, this one, hello, and save. Let me open that. Hello. You can get the plain text back. Is it clear now? So this is how things work. This is a very basic tool for implementing steganography. You can use it in your practicals. Fine. Kindly let me know if you're having any doubts. In the meantime, I will just simply share the test link. All the best. You still have 2 minutes. If you want, just go and freshen up. In the next 2 minutes, I will have the test started. Okay.